My aim is to approach the highlights of the Romanian filmography created under communist rule in chronological order and highlight the social, political, and cultural influence they've had. Besides my genuine curiosity about my country's film history, I want to shed a light on a small branch of creators who fiercely negotiated and in some cases even defied a system that oppressed them and gave them every reason not to. I will start by talking about the beginnings of Romanian cinema and then introduce the main topic. First, I'm going to cover the historical propaganda films such as Michael the Brave. Glamorous, generously budgeted and over the top, these films cosmeticize major historical events to suit the party's narrative, yet somehow one of them managed to become an international benchmark of the genre. Second, I shall also introduce one of the normal films, for lack of a better term. These films are often assigned to genres such as romance or comedy, and they were of course indispensable even behind the Iron Curtain. Lastly, I will approach the films whose creators try to fight against and even outsmart the censorship department. Motion pictures like The Forest of the Hanged and Why Are the Bells Ringing Mitica comprise the most enticing category, some even receiving high-profile awards such as the Best Director at Cannes Film Festival. A couple of key questions I want to ask for this project are: what are the stories behind these films? How did the Romanian public react to them? How did the directors handle censorship? What did the press, Romanian and foreign, have to say? Did any of these films maintain their relevance? And if so, in which way? And lastly, why did post-1989 directors still lean towards telling this story? For example, look at the Romanian New Wave. Now, as far as this topic's relevance to my aspiration as a filmmaker goes, I believe that this study will provide me with artistic, cultural, historical, and social context as a filmmaker, and on top of that, I will have answered my genuine calling for the subject. My goals as an aspiring filmmaker are to find balance between entertainment and telling the truth, and I think this topic will bring me closer to them. Allow me to explain. As a reaction to the often absurd policies of late capitalism, many left-leaning ideologies are being adopted and concretized at different levels of society today. Through empirical observations, I have concluded that the artistic sector is no exception. I think analyzing how our older peers created under a regime arguably similar to the ones that are sought to be re-implemented is worth it, and it may start a new conversation. If not, I hope it will at least help me position myself as an artist and as a human being in today's and in tomorrow's society. This topic gives me the opportunity to explore themes that I want to approach at some point in my work, such as, but not limited to, totalitarianism, love, society, and the list goes on. For my research, I have compiled a filmography and a bibliography comprising of a book that documents every single motion picture made during the era that I will be talking about. Adding to that, I have saved a handful of websites and online libraries that solely focus on this subject. I have access to people in the industry, for example, producer Viorel Chesaru, and I could gain access to the ANF, which in English translates to the National Film Archive. By conducting this research, I aim to gain a better understanding of where I come from, establish my taste and my voice as a filmmaker and an artist. Besides the socio-political context, I will be exposed to image, performance, sound, and message. I truly believe that my dissertation will provide inspiration for my future project, help me come closer to find my voice, and above all, the truth. After this, I will have satisfied my genuine curiosity for the topic.